Family goes, oh na na na, oh na na na. Come kick it with the Casey's. All that love and all those babies. C-A-S-C-Y. Welcome to the life. Welcome. C-A-S-C-Y. DJ Envy and Gia, oh oh. It's time to kick it with the Casey's. You're tuned into the Casey crew.
What up, y'all? It's DJ Envy.
And I am Gia Casey.
And this is another edition of the KC Crew.
Welcome. Hello, 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 beautiful people.
That's right. Welcome. And I know we've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks. We finally put out our Halloween family videos. If you missed it, it's on the YouTube page, so you can check it out yourself. London was Aaliyah. Brooklyn was Lil Kim. Little Caesar was Jackson. I was Luke. It was a host of different things. It was a dope videos. It took so long.
And I was an extra.
You were an extra. It took a long time. They choreographed. They really learned their stuff. So if you don't know, and it's the first time you come into our podcast, both our daughters, London and Brooklyn, are like danceaholics. Like they are on competitive dance. They do stage plays. Like they are really into their craft. So when it came to embodying Aaliyah, embodying Lil Kim, they really wanted to know everything about him, because for them, this was another act. This was another play. This was another person to embody, and they loved it. But there was more that went down with these videos came out. So we were trending all weekend long.
This is true. This is true.
And I think we should start with discussing that. A lot of people showed us a lot of support and loved the videos, seen our vision. They listened to the podcast, so they know what our family is about. And then there was a lot of people that necessarily didn't love it. A lot of nasty comments, negative comments, which we don't mind. I don't mind the comments. When we put something on Instagram or social media, I don't expect everybody to love it. Just like you said, when you put it out there, some people will say that they love it. Some people will say that they hate it. And we're cool with that. I don't mind people's comments, because we do the same thing with other people's stuff that they put on out there. But there was some comments that were past that.
Absolutely.
So let's start with you. So people were mad that we even decided to do Lil Kim and Crush on You. So let's start with that. Well, what did you feel about the comments, and why did we even decide to do Lil Kim and Crush on You?
Okay. Well, we're a hip hop family. A lot of you are probably hip hop families, and Lil Kim is an icon. So to be honest with you, when it came to trying to figure out who the girls were going to be, I wanted to either redo iconic videos that were a sign of the times, but also a video that had color or something that made it spectacular. For the Aaliyah video, it was that iconic white scene where she's dancing with another dancer, and the scene on the car. It was just like, wow. I remember being in college and seeing that video like, wow, this is a dope video. And it was one of the songs of the year. With Crush on You, the first thing that I thought about was the colors. And I'm like, wow, when anyone sees this, they will automatically know that it's the Crush on You video. You had the yellow, the blue, the green, the red. So I'm like, visually, this will be really nice. So we said, okay, this is what we're going to do. And we shot. It took about a week and a half to 2 weeks to shoot everything and to edit everything. And I was really, really happy with the way that it came out. Then we put it out, and we get all of these negative comments. And that's not to shun the even greater amount of positive comments that we got. But if you guys are on social media, you probably feel the same way. Sometimes when you get negative comments, it just inherently hits harder than the positive comments. My mom used to say, you can do a lifetime of good, but then if you do one bad thing, that's the thing that you're remembered for. And it's because the negative tends to always stand out a lot stronger than the positive. So we're looking at the negative comments, and I'm like, what are they talking about?
But I will say this. We posted the video the day before Halloween, and at first, there were no negative comments. Everybody was hella supportive. Everybody loved it. We posted Aaliyah on Halloween, the Aaliyah video. Same thing. Everybody posted it. I mean, Missy Elliott reposted it. Timbaland put fire emojis. I seen Cardi B leave fire emojis. People loved it. But now, and this is how sometimes I feel like, wow, people are sheep, right? Some people are sheep. Because when the blog started posting it and saying, oh my gosh, look at Envy's daughters or whatever it was, That's when you started to see the negative comments. But at first, when we posted the day before Halloween, it was nothing but positive comments. I mean, the video was flying and like everybody was enjoying it like we were because they put a lot of work and energy into this video. And those weren't hired dancers. They weren't hired people. Those are family friends. Like people that are at a house in the pool in the summer. People that play basketball with us. When we do trips, go with us to trips. So the kids that you've seen dancing in the video are family friends. Like they're probably here now with my kids playing, eating, watching television and all that. Like those are family friends. There was no outside people. Everybody in the video was somebody that spends a lot of time here. But continue.
So it definitely did seem like bandwagon mentality. Now, I'm going to say this. Some people in the comments did say things to the effect of, oh, you want us to mind our business. No, I don't want you to mind your business. We put it out there on a public platform for public consumption. So clearly, I didn't want you to mind your business. And I have no issue with anyone that didn't like the video. But say that. It's when you go beyond into the territory of being rude, disrespectful, saying things that you know aren't true, and using language that paints us in a light that we, especially we, should not be painted in. It just seems that those comments came from a place of hate and came from a place of, you want us to fail. You want us to do something negative because it's very likely that you are one and the same person whose child may have been Jason for Halloween, Michael Myers for Halloween, Chucky for Halloween, a pimp, a jailbird,
Freddy Krueger,
the devil himself, he who which is responsible for all evil in the world. You see little kids running around with red capes and horns. Nobody's saying, oh, how dare they? They're glorifying murder. They're glorifying bona fide evil. They're glorifying a life that would send you to prison. Nobody's saying, oh, they're glorifying the worst. But for us, we were glorifying the worst. It's crazy. Another thing I'd like to point out, that bathing suit, not bikini, that was a one-piece bathing suit. That bathing suit, we took on a family vacation a couple of years ago and posted a family photo of London and Brooklyn in that bathing suit. And guess what? Nobody had a problem. Go ahead, go to my Instagram, take a look, scroll down. As a matter of fact, pop it in right here. Take a look, zoom in. It's the same bathing suit that Brooklyn wore for the video. And it got nothing but likes and positive comments, and we love you guys as a family. But now you take that same bathing suit, you put it on the same kids a couple of years later, and people are screaming sexualization.
Well, what about the song itself? What about the content? What about the lyrics?
Okay, so I had to go back and put myself in a viewer's category and listen to the lyrics again. Clearly, I knew the lyrics. Like, that was one of my jams, right? But I wanted to look at it through another set of eyes. I wanted to look at it through a different lens. And the lyrics, they're not great lyrics as far as what she's singing about. But again, we're a hip hop family. So you guys let me know. If you're listening to your local hip hop station on the way to school with their kids in the back seat, I feel like every song, just about every song, and the only songs that don't have negative elements are the songs where girls are just talking about being cute and, you know, like being fly and whatnot. Like, what's that artist? All of her songs are Saweetie. Is it Saweetie?
Saweetie, yeah. Saweetie.
Like most of her songs are like cute, like I'm fly and I'm cute.
Not necessarily all the songs are real.
But
she did a song, My Type, which is about the type of guy that she likes. Kendrick Lamar's new song, A Minor. I mean,
the point is,
we could go.
The point is,
Glorilla, but we can. We can go through the whole gamut.
You almost can't get away from inappropriate lyrics, if you want to call it that. Do you know what I mean? But the difference between my children and maybe some of the children of the people that are commenting is My kids are programmed that when a song comes on and there's any inappropriate language, because now they're finally at an age where I let them listen to the radio, because before I didn't. But now they're 8, 10, and 11, the middle ones. So now they're at an age where, we can discuss the lyrics, some of them, and explain to them what it means. But when an inappropriate word comes on, they are conditioned to either bleep it out, and sometimes they'll even go in that moment. And they do it every single time that the song is on. So if you notice in the video, when she says the word bra, and when she says the word freak, and when she says the word lethal, Ricky puts her finger to her mouth to shush it, to demonstrate intent and acknowledgement that she is not going to be inappropriate or say anything inappropriate, the same way that her bathing suit was not inappropriate. So we went out of our way to make sure that that was demonstrated. Now, I don't know if the commenters' kids do the same thing. I doubt it, because I've never been around kids that bleep words or put their finger up when a foul word is being said. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know what Kim meant by lethal, but the words are, hey, yo, shorty, won't you go get a bag of the lethal? So I assumed that it was something that she shouldn't be saying. So I said, all right, baby, just, you could do that for that word too. And that was days after she had already been practicing the song and memorizing the song. I went back and said, you know what, baby, you could put your finger up for that too. So it's demonstrated. So I'm going to say this. Whoever doesn't like it, take it how you want to take it. So many people were involved in the making of that video, and even more people saw the video before we released it. Dozens of people, actually, that we sent it to. Everybody came back loving it. Adults, teenagers, children, everybody came back loving it. You know why? Because we looked at it through an innocent lens. This was Halloween. You are being somebody that you are not. You are being a fictitious character. Hence the devil, hence Michael Myers, hence Jason, the list goes on. It's not someone that you intend to be. It's not someone that you intend to embody in real life. It is someone that you are fictitiously playing for a moment in time. And then you move on with your life. People are turning this into something where in our wildest imaginations, we would have never thought that it would have gone. Because for us, it was all in the intention of having Halloween fun. And we wanted to share that with you guys. There are tons of things that we don't share. We take all types of videos. We record all types of things. I don't put everything out. I don't release everything. Mm-hmm. But when I do, it's because I want to share it. It's in the spirit of sharing a little bit of our lives with you, a little dose, a little dose, a little dose at a time. So for the people that looked at it through that negative lens, you are sexualizing children. You are looking at it through the negative lens that is embodied in your mind. It's not us sexualizing our children. That's you, and that's a problem. And you might need to look inward to think to yourself, why am I looking at a child that way? Because we never did, the people in my family never did, and the people that love us and our family never did.
I will say this too, and after go back and thinking about it, I should have known that a lot of people are going to think about it like this, right?
I thought that too.
And the reason I say that is, I'm a dad's dad, right? I'm very proud of my kids. I got 6 kids. Everything my kids are doing. My daughters dance. And I'm the dad that knows my daughter's routines. So when I post their routine and I see comments like, why is she wearing lipstick? Or why is she wearing this outfit?
Why do they have on so much makeup?
Why do they have on so much makeup? Why is their outfits look like that? It makes me, like you said, it's the way that you're looking at these kids. Because the way that I'm looking at them is they're dancing a competition. And we go to competitions every weekend, from here to Rochester to Boston to Pennsylvania to Atlantic City to you name it, Atlanta, where these girls compete, and there's so many other girls competing. Not too many of us, not too many Black people, but there's so many other people competing. And when I look at their pages and I look at their stuff, I don't see those comments for those girls, but I see it for us.
This is true, unfortunately.
And another thing,
this is true. Hold on. And for clarity, all of the girls in dance competitions are dressed and look the same. We get a sheet. We get a sheet that shows their costume, not only what makeup they're supposed to wear, but the brand and the color. So lipstick, MAC, Red Russian, for instance, eyeliner, MAC eyeshadow in such a palette. Like this is required. And the reason is because when they're on stage, you can't see their faces without that accentuation of the makeup. Their outfits, all of the girls' outfits are the same. Yes, there are different designs and different colors, and some have sparkles and some don't, and some are a little bit more elaborate than the others, but the cuts are all the same. It is the same thing. And it's a shame that on our pages, people that are sexualizing children, even if you are mothers, even if you are grandmothers, even if you are fathers, if that's what you see, when you see a little girl dressed in a competition outfit, if that's what you see when you see a little girl dressed in a bathing suit at the beach, if that's what you see if you're watching the Olympics and you see girls in little swim outfits or volleyball outfits and the little short shorts, if that's what you see, that's your problem. That's something that you need to think about.
I agree. You know, I was getting a haircut today, and shout out to Jonathan, my barber, and who actually seen the video beforehand, and he's seen the work that the kids put into it. And he was like, you know, the problem is a lot of people look at kids like this, right? And I said, well, what do you mean? He was like, my daughter plays volleyball. And he said, when I post it, somebody be like, oh, why is it so short? And he was like, when I'm in these volleyball competitions with all these other families and all these other kids, and he said the same thing. He was like, there's not too many of us there. He said, they don't have that problem. He says, but our community a lot, and our people sometimes, they look at our girls differently. He said, for me, I'm proud of my girl. I'm proud of my daughters busting ass out there. But they're looking at our daughters differently. That's the way that you're looking at them.
Can I speak on that for a moment? Now, also on the other side of things, because whenever I approach any topic, I like to be as open-minded as possible. There's a reason for that. When you talk about our community versus if you go to one of the other girls' pages and you see no negative comments, our community is the victim of over-sexualization. Do you know what I mean? Just based on our history and based on slavery and things of that nature. So I think that that is where it comes from. I think that that is our mentality, but I think that that mentality needs to be stripped.
But girls have to be girls. Girls should be able to dance and feel comfortable and not feel like I can't do what this person is doing, because at the end of the day, she's a child and she wants to dance. If a girl wants to play volleyball, she wants to play volleyball. Let her play volleyball. They don't change the outfit depending on what you look like. No, they're volleyball outfits. He was saying that, you know, his daughter used to swim, and when she'd come out the pool, you know, sometimes your bathing suit is coming off on the side. Most parents
or like sliding on the side.
Like,
yeah.
Fix it and then get back in the pool. But that's how they are built. With us, it's like the first day, oh, you're grooming. You're this, like, what? Then I start thinking about it. Well, no, let's start thinking about
us.
It. Like, grooming. I have a 23-year-old daughter that kissed her first boy, which is a boyfriend, in college. Her first kiss was in college.
And the first boy that she kissed, who is the boy that she is still with, for 2 years.
Then I'm sitting there like, okay. But she went to NYU, top of the class, graduated, got a degree. Okay. I go down. I got another son, Logan, goes to the University of Miami. Got scholarships to go to a D3 and D2 school to play football he didn't want. Was a walk-on at University of Miami. Made the team. I'm grooming her. Boy outworks most people in there. I said, these other girls, they're probably down. My daughters are downstairs right now practicing their dances. I'm like, but it's just these terms and these words that people use. Sometimes it just makes you just want to say fuck them. Like, and I say it all the time. But I really thought this whole thing was really laughable. And you know what upset me the most?
What?
What upset me the most out of everything here. And I didn't care about the comments. We mean when it was happening, we was actually all in bed together, all our kids, watching Harold
and the Purple Crayon.
Harold and the Purple Crayon. It's a funny movie, by the way, if you ever get a chance.
I didn't want to watch it because it looks so cheesy, but he insisted that we watch it. And it was hella cheesy, but it was enjoyable. It was very funny. So if you have kids.
Yeah, you should definitely watch it. But what pissed me off so much, and it was something that the only time I couldn't do anything about it.
Oh, yeah.
Was Instagram taking the video down.
Instagram took the video down. We did not, and we would not have.
No, that video will still be up.
Yes.
Instagram took that video down.
So for the commenters that thought that it was a win, that we took the video down, we didn't.
We didn't take the video down. I guess because of all the complaints and tagging and and all that other stuff that some of you guys did, that was the reason why. But I'm just going to let you know, this is how it usually works. Instagram will usually look at the video, and as long as there's no copyright infringement, which we weren't making any money off of it, they check it within 7 to 10 days and they put the video back up. Like that's really what it is. But
we have to, I think we have to dispute it. Don't we have to dispute it? We didn't dispute it yet, but we're gonna.
Yeah, but we didn't take it down.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I was upset about. We didn't take that video down.
Yeah.
You took the video down. No, we didn't take shit down. Like, I don't know if you realize, like, we really don't give a fuck. Like, we are genuine. We try to do what's right. We don't give a fuck. But
I'm sorry. I just need to reiterate, because as you're talking, my mind is still going. It's just how people will willfully neglect what Halloween is. It's the willful neglect of it. And it's this selective outrage that we're experiencing that makes me feel like we're in the Twilight Zone. Because people are all types of unsavory things for Halloween, and no one has a problem. With all of those choices, it's just par for the course. But in this situation where a child is wearing a bathing suit that she's already worn before in front of your eyes, it's a problem.
Well, see, I think that too. I think it is a problem, but I also feel like people love to hate me, right? And it's just something that comes with the territory, right? If you look back in my history on radio, you look back on my history as being a DJ, people love to hate me. And
I agree.
You know what I mean? I was called a simp at one time because I love to take care of my wife and I love to buy her nice gifts and I love to cook for her. That's my baby. I've been with her since 16. So loving your wife is being a simp. Buying your wife cool shit is being a simp. Buying a person that takes care of your kids up and down and takes them here and there, and we're partners, just like she buys me shit, but buying it, that's a simp. But it is what it is. Like, I've seen people make worse comments and people laugh and joke, but when it comes to me, oh my gosh, they be throwing, I feel like it's BC days. They be throwing stones and all types of stuff, but I accept it and I laugh. It's very laughable to me when it comes to it, but it is what it is. But I will say this, there will be more fun videos coming, because this is what we like. This is another thing. I was on X or Twitter, whatever they call it, and Dr. Mott, she said something that I just thought was kind of profound, and she was talking about dirty laundry and other people's dirty laundry. And this is what she said. Just watch it.
Nowadays, women are not even women, young girls, elementary school, middle school, high school girls are walking outside with leggings on, with tiny tank tops that you see everything. And I know if I see it, I know men who are very visual, they see it too. A lot of you see it. And you don't say anything. You let your daughter prance around town with her leggings on, her tank top, her little t-shirt on, and then you say people aren't supposed to look. Come on now, man. Come on now, man. Oh, why they looking at my little girl? Why did you let her go outside with them tight leggings on with a little tank top on? And you know your daughter's well endowed. So then you want to hop online. Yeah, why did he have his daughter? Why did he put his daughter out there like that? Like looking like Lil Kim, looking like a prostitute. Why did he do that? Why is your daughter looking like that? Every day she goes to school like that. You all allow your children to go to school in pajamas, undergarments. You all sit there and let your children expose their bras, show their bras off, their underwear. Where is the outrage? It's none. But when DJ Envy put his daughter out there, now you all want to talk. Oh, he shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have did that. But you allow your son to walk around here in these tight, skinny jeans with his big butt showing, his big butt and his big hips showing. You let him do that. But then you want to critique DJ Envy. You want to get online and criticize DJ Envy for doing what he did. But your son and your daughter walking around outside looking tacky every day. Butt showing, breast showing, penis print showing, coochie print showing. Then nobody says anything. It's acceptable. But online, oh my gosh, it's just disgusting what he did. I'm going to say this again and I'm going to hop off. Sweep around your doorstep before you sweep around other people's doorstep. Peace and Black African excellence.
And the funny thing about that is when you read some of these
I like
people
what she said. How'd she
that
put it?
have comments.
How'd she put it? Wait, sweep around your own porch before you come sweeping around mine.
Exactly. And I was looking at some of these people, right? This one lady was like, oh my God, despicable, right? So I just go to her page and she was naked. She had Sour Patch Kids in front of her coochie and she had Twizzlers in front of her nipples, right? And then on the next post, she had her son with his Instagram.
Wait, no. Didn't it say like, come get a bite?
Yeah, come get a bite.
Come eat me?
Yeah, come eat me. Happy Halloween, something like that. I'm sitting there like, what? Okay, then another dad, and I'm not being judging, but he was like, what kind of father are you, right? He's visiting his son in jail, right? And he's saying, I think I messed up as a dad. And I'm like,
forgive me for me messing up as a dad or something.
I'm like, what? It's just sometimes this is laughable.
So you know what that reminds me of?
What?
My dad always used to tell me, whenever someone says anything, always consider the source. Because if you don't consider the source, you can fall down a rabbit hole that feels like a vice based on other people's opinions. If the opinions that you're ingesting aren't coming from credible people worthy of their opinion being taken seriously, then it's for naught. It's for naught. Because this person who's telling you despicable is clearly despicable in her own actions. This guy who's saying, I thought more of you as a father or whatever he said, clearly isn't an amazing father himself. And this is through his own work.
I've seen somebody get arrested for domestic violence numerous times. Talk about it. And I'm sitting there like, what are we talking about?
And I know who you're talking about. And he's been arrested for domestic violence 9 times.
I'm like, what are we talking
about? And he has a whole opinion about family values.
What are we talking about?
Consider the source. Right. You know, a friend of mine called me and was like, just checking on you. And I was like, checking on what? She was like, I saw some of the... I'm like, your checking is for naught. Because I am solid in our decision. And I stand by it because our lens is an innocent lens, And somebody did say, I was having a conversation with somebody and they raised the idea of protecting your children against others that have bad intentions. And I don't really think it's about protecting. I think that they use that word, but I think that they more so meant like shielding. You can't shield the entire world. The problem lies with them. Our children are protected in our custody and under our shield at all times. Our children are never anywhere where we don't know exactly where they are. Just like with London, she goes to a school that's in the middle of like a town. And then after school, all of the kids, I just thought about something. All of the kids, not all of them, but a lot of the kids after school, they leave and they're able to walk into town.
Right.
And they go to the pizzeria and they go to there's a store that's like a boutique that sells like clothes that children love and whatnot. And they walk around for a few hours. And then after that, they walk home. London is not allowed to do that. So one of her friends is one such child that's allowed to walk home after school. And the little girl only lives 2 minutes away, just 2 minutes away. And the mom texted me like, hey, and she dances with London as well, and was like, hey, can they come to my house after dance today? And then, I can take them to dance. And I'm like, I don't really want to seem like the overprotective parent. London was right there when the text came in. And she was like, Mommy, can I go? Can I go? Can I go? And I'm like, I don't want to seem like that overprotective parent. So I said, let me call Daddy and let me find out. So I called Rashawn. Rashawn was like, hell no. Actually, he said, F no. I was like, yeah, I know. But I didn't want to break my little girl's heart. So I said, listen, we're going to have to come to a compromise. And she said, how are we going to compromise? I said, you can walk home with your friend. I said, but I'm going to follow you for those 2 minutes.
That's right.
She was like, I was like, I'm going to do it Papa style because Rashawn's dad used to do that with him. He used to follow him to the bus stop and then follow the bus to school until he got into the routine and he could trust that Rashawn felt safe and knew his way and whatnot. So I said, and she knew that story. I said, I'm going to do it Papa style. She was like, sure, that's fine, as long as I get to walk with her. So I pulled up to the school at dismissal And then she calls me. She's like, okay, I'm out. I'm standing here. I'm like, okay, I see you. I said, all right, so I'm going to come creeping around the corner, okay? So now all of these kids are leaving and I am driving like 3 miles per hour on the side of the road looking like a whole Chester. The only thing I was missing was the van and the low baseball cap. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm following her for the whole of 2 minutes until she gets to her friend's house. And then I told her that she had to call me once she was inside because she walked along like the side of the house to go in. So I couldn't see or whatever. So I'm like, all right, just make sure once you're in and you're secure and everything, you're safe, call me. And she called me and she was happy. And you know what she said to me? She's like, I'm just glad that you care about me this much. You know? So my kids, like, they don't get upset at the overprotective nature that we have.
I understand.
They don't even just understand, they appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Which means a lot to me because a lot of kids would be like, oh, why you always got to be like this? I'm growing up. I'm a little bit older. I need more responsibilities. You're always on me. You're always checking. You're always calling. I shouldn't have to call. You know, my friends don't. And they don't hit us with that. You know, like they're just very, even Madison, when Madison was about to go to school, college, as a freshman, you guys might think that I am wild extreme for this. And I would tend to agree with you.
What?
I wanted to see if she could be chipped.
Oh, yeah. She tried to chip her. She told the doctor to see if we could chip her to make sure we could see where it was. That can't be done. But we asked. We tried.
The doctor said, but you know, there is that app Life 360. And I'm like, yeah, but what if the killer takes her phone and throws it out the window?
Right.
He's not going to expect for her to be chipped. And Madison was like, I would have agreed to be chipped. I would have absolutely have agreed to be chipped. I don't want anybody taking me and you not like right on it. So anyway, my point is that our children are very well protected against any outside forces. They're always exactly where we expect them to be and doing what we expect them to do. So.
What up, y'all? It's DJ Envy. Are you a dad like me? You take your kids everywhere, you feel like a Lyft or Uber driver, and they use your car for everything, even changing. And sometimes your car might smell a little crazy. When I'm talking change, I'm talking about cleats. I'm talking jerseys. I'm talking food. I'm talking tap shoes. Well, if you want your car to smell clean, use Azuna. Now, Azuna odor freshener will not just make your car smell clean, it fights the problem. It gets to the root of everything. And you ain't gotta worry about it wasting after time because they have refills as well. Hello. So make sure you check out Azuna. Go to Azuna Fresh on Instagram or Amazon and order your Azuna now. We don't get paid for this. We do it because we do it as a family. Whether there was an Instagram,
yes,
we do it regardless. Like,
yes, I could go back and show you videos that we did with Madison and Logan before. Well, I don't know. Did Instagram exist? I definitely wasn't on it, but did Instagram exist when Madison and Logan were kids? It didn't, right? It took me a long time to get on Instagram. You guys are all up on it before I was. But
all the corny shit that y'all say that we do, whether it's the ringing the doorbell for Santa, whether it's putting up the Christmas trees, whether it's the stupid stuff we do outside. You see the stupid videos of me scaring Benz the other day. Like, we really do stupid shit because we don't do it for the quote unquote gram. We do it for our memories, right?
Yeah.
I want to be in the age when one day I'll pass away, one day my wife will pass away, and I want them to be like, yo, y'all remember when we did that video? Y'all remember how stupid dad used to be when he used to dress up and scare people? Like, I'm that dad. I'm the one that went to the kids' school dressed up as a Ninja Turtle, scaring them. Esther went with me and couldn't believe it. But I was the dad that drove with that Ninja Turtle outfit on and made sure I went to every kid's school and picked them up and had a ball. Like, that's what we do. If you don't do that in your life, you're actually missing out. You want those kids to have those memories. You want those kids to have those feelings and say, my dad pulled up to me. My dad loves me. Like, you want that. And we're going to continue to do it whether you like it or not. I don't know if you guys realize that, but we're going to do it regardless. And as long as our kids are loving, they're polite, they're good human beings, it doesn't matter what any of y'all say out there. And you can take it as disrespectful because they're not watching it, but we don't give a fuck. That's it. Now let's get to email of the week.
If you don't know what to do or think, put it in a letter, just send it. We'll read it in the email of the week. The email of the week.
So that was Pillow Talk?
That was Pillow Talk.
That was Pillow Talk because it was a trending topic.
Yeah.
The video did go viral.
That was Pillow Talk. That was the topic.
So yeah, I guess it would qualify for Pillow Talk.
That was all that. All right. Now, Hey, Gia and Envy, I listened to your podcast and really enjoyed the honesty, so I decided to finally reach out. I wanted to ask you both about a situation my husband and I encountered recently. We have been married 13 years, and overall, our marriage has been really good. The issue with us is my husband doesn't compliment me the way I want to be complimented. I have discussed with him, and we talked to our counselor also. I still haven't seen much improvement. He is in a group chat with mainly single men, other than a few married men, and made a comment, "There are some bad women that work here," to one of his friends. I instantly was pissed and stopped talking to him for a few days. It hurt my feelings because you don't compliment me, and yet you go out of your way to mention these women to your friends. I'm an attractive, beautiful woman and get compliments all the time, yet don't hear that from him. When I asked why he made that comment to his friends, he claims it's a man thing and he didn't really mean shit. He said, "I ain't trying to holler at none of them women anyway." I knew he was faithful in our marriage, yet after all these years, and not very active in sex, though, due to him working a lot and taking medicine. It has severely affected this part of our relationship. I am deeply in love with my man and want us to get a place where we are satisfied and I'm feeling loved. All right. So what do you think?
Before we get to what I think, I want to know what you think is the reason why many, many, many men, this is such a good email, I think, because it represents so well what so many women feel in their relationships or in their marriages. Because for some reason, it's as though we get to a point in a relationship where your significant other doesn't feel as though it's their job to make you feel good anymore, to tell you when you look good, or to tell you when you have on a nice outfit, or when your hair looks really great, or when your makeup looks really great, or whether they just think altogether that you look amazing on a particular day. And it's usually men, because women are usually the ones that you hear complaining about that. Why do you think at a certain point men stop doing it?
Want the truth?
I want to know the truth.
Because I think women stop doing it. Like, if you go on...
Wait, what did you say I always do? What?
But I'm going to tell you why, right? If you look on Instagram, there's these videos that you see, right? And people replay it all the time. It's like, when I first get married and their wife looks amazing, she's beautiful and this, that, and the other.
Oh.
Right? And then it goes after being married 5 years. Then she comes and she got a sweatsuit on. Then after married 10 years, then when you come in, she got fuzzy pajamas on.
Shots fired.
I was shoot at you, right?
Should I take that personally? I need CPR. I need CPR.
I'm going to give you mouth to mouth. Come on, I'm going to give you mouth to mouth. I'm going to give you mouth to mouth, right?
Did he just say something about my fuzzy pajamas?
No, I said that's what the videos look like on IG. That's
you
what
just referenced my fuzzy pajamas.
I love your fuzzy pajamas.
They've heard you reference 20 times in the past.
I love your
You don't think I'm sexy anymore?
I do.
These are fuzzy pajamas. Y'all like them?
I do.
Because I think that these are cute.
But
this would turn you off?
Oh,
so I'm going to stop getting compliments now?
No.
Because I walk around looking like this?
Amazing. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Fuzzy pajamas.
Okay.
But I think that's what a lot of men feel. I feel like a lot of men, when you first meet their wife or they first meet their girl, they feel like their wife will go out of their way to make sure that they look good, right? A lot of women be like, "Oh, I can't see him unless I put my wig on," or "I can't see him unless I got makeup," or "I can't see him unless I got my fupa." What is fupa? What is it called?
Fupa.
What's that?
I'm
unless
not going to say what it is, but...
Unless I cover my fupa. A lot of women feel that way, right? But then when they start getting comfortable, then you notice when you look over on the side, they bald-headed, right? When you look over the side, they ain't got no eyebrows. When you look over the side, they ain't got no eyelashes. When you look over the side, the fupa's out, right? So it's like the relationship starts to change. So the compliments slow down a lot for a lot of people. And that is the truth. So now, of course, you're not going to get as compliments as you want because that's probably how they're feeling. So that's why I think the compliments slow down.
So that sounds like a reason, but you said in the beginning, you gave a reason, but your explanation didn't support that reason.
What?
The reason that you gave was because women stop complimenting their men.
No, I meant women don't compliment themselves anymore. Like they don't dress up.
Okay, you meant something different than what I understood.
They don't dress up for their man anymore. And it's understandable because what usually happens, first, you have no responsibilities but each other. Then you start having kids. You're working. Then after work, you got to do the homework and you got to raise the kids. So you're not going to have
You knew
time
where I was going. Thanks for reading my mind.
But
So do you think that woman that's busting her ass to take care of you and to take care of them kids?
Oh,
that's me.
Yeah.
What is that?
It says check your notes.
Okay. Check your notes. That is so funny. Sidebar.
That's from
London. So London goes into my phone and then she'll leave me a list of notes, things that she wants me to accomplish during the day. 9 times out of 10, she's the subject of these notes. So she just set an alarm for me to check my notes so I can get those things done today.
Like one of them is call her dance instructor because she wants to change her solo. She's done 2 solos and she has a competition. So she wants you to call and say she doesn't want to do this solo. She wants to do this solo. But I just picked her up from dance and she wanted me to tell you that they said this solo was too easy. So they want to do a completely new solo.
So you guys had a note writing meeting before she actually wrote the notes?
Yes. Because we forget. Like we forget. There's so much going on. We'll forget.
It's so true. And she knows so well. That girl is so responsible. Oh my God, I love her. What were we saying?
You're talking about compliments in a relationship. And
I know the topic, but what point were we on?
about to say that women work,
oh, yes.
cook, do homework, watch the kids.
You go to work, you come home, you pick up the kids from school, you come home, you feed them, you help them do their homework, you bathe them, you tuck them in, you read them a story, then you have to go and clean up after making dinner. If you didn't have to make dinner yourself, a lot of times you're the one that has to clean up if your husband made dinner or if you ordered to make your life a little bit easier, then you have to go and take your shower, take your makeup off.
Correct.
Put your wig on the freaking wig head and whatnot before you get to go to bed. And then if you can muster up enough energy at the end of the night, you watch a little bit of Netflix, watch a little bit of TV, a little bit of reality trash or whatever. And every now and again, maybe get to have a night of intimacy with your husband. That's a lot. But men expect so much from that woman. You expect freaking Brooke Shields or, you expect so much from these women that don't have the time, the energy, and have lost the desire to look the way that would encourage you to compliment them.
No.
So
I think guys order something, right? Like you order your wife in booty shorts and a bra cooking you dinner. But then when it arrives, it comes from Teemu. And then you get fuzzy pajamas, fuzzy socks, wig off, head wrapped, and a hoodie.
I wear a hoodie with the head wrap.
I'm just saying.
I'm personalizing everything.
But that's what a lot of guys feel. It's like, I ordered this, then I got Teemu. That's the problem.
Right, because when you ordered it, there was no family. There was 75% less responsibilities. When you ordered it, there was no mortgage that needed to be paid for. There weren't 3 kids that needed to be taken care of. You weren't a husband in which situation your needs multiplied by 100%. So are you going to get the booty shorts and the horsehair wig all the way down to the past my ass and all of these things that were not Teemu?
No, you're not going to get that.
When I don't have the ability to provide those things for you?
I think that's when the compliments slow down because a guy is not seeing his woman to that caliber anymore.
So now she's a lesser caliber.
Now she's starting to be the homie.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? But I also feel like it's the women's fault too.
It seems like you were saying that it's all the women's fault.
No. I mean, it's both because a guy shouldn't look at their wife like that. They shouldn't look at the homie. They should understand what the things that we just said. But I think women do it as well. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't have this problem, but we were talking about this the other day. It would freak me out, right? Now, just so you listen, Gia does not wear a wig. I think you guys know that. But it would freak me out if I walked in the bedroom and see mad wigs. That would freak me out.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think it would freak you out because you're not used to that. That's why it would freak you out.
Put it in your closet.
Because
close the door.
Because wigs.
I don't want to see, I think that would freak me out. I don't know. The wigs on the head, cool. But just if I walk into the bedroom and I see 10 wigs.
Pull out your gun?
Short, long, short, blonde. But I think that would freak me out. It would take from it. It's like watching a movie, but then seeing how the movie is made. It takes away how
I understand.
The magic is.
I respect that. So if it freaks you out in that way, I get that. Hide it. So at least when you have it on, it looks believable.
I think so. That's how I would.
I'm not mad at that.
But like
I'm not mad at that. I agree, actually.
You don't wear a wig, so it's not the same.
Okay. I thought that you meant that a woman wearing the wig.
Right. No. I'm talking about, like, we were talking about this the other day on the Breakfast Club. And it was like, me personally, this is just me. I wouldn't want to see, because all your wigs have different names. There's ginger, there's vanilla, there's cocaine, there's blackie, there's there's greeny, there's reddy, there's yelly. Like, I wouldn't want to see all the different wigs with the different names.
Okay, no, I get it.
You know what I mean?
I do. But what do you have to say to the men that aren't looking at it like that?
I mean,
because you understand that women, upkeep and glam, especially when you're providing yourself, you're doing your own hair, you're doing your own makeup, that takes time, it takes effort.
Right.
And for a woman that, say, is a nurse, she doesn't really have the time to do, well, a lot of you don't have the time to do that before you go to work in the morning. So when you come home and your husband walks in the door, no, you're looking like mediocre Meg, because...
But I also feel like that's what makes people cheat, right? Because her husband is not commenting her, looking at her that way. But now dude at work he's saying, you look nice today.
Oh, you're saying that's why the woman cheats.
Well, that's what I mean.
I thought you were saying it from the other point of view, right? Didn't you guys get that impression?
No.
From the other point of view, because you're not keeping yourself up, that's why I'm looking elsewhere. So while he may be looking elsewhere, there are work husbands that might be looking at this man's trash as his treasure.
Right. But see, I also feel like he's looking at it differently, right? Because he's dropping in his chat, damn, there's some badass chicks that work here. So it's almost like his eyes are starting to wander, right? His eyes are starting to wander because he's putting that in the chat. So now that's the main problem, and that's where the conversation should be. Now he'll be like, I ain't fucking them girls, this, that, yada, 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 yada. But it's like, damn, you're saying there's some badass girls around here, and his wife is probably feel like, damn, you don't say, I'm a badass chick here.
Mm-hmm.
A badass chick.
I never hear that sentiment from you.
So I would understand why she would feel that way. But now, we're all into solutions. What would you suggest that she does?
Oh, I'm not done with the topic.
Okay.
I got some feelings.
Okay, go feelings.
I relate to the email.
Why?
You're not going to remember this because you don't remember anything.
I don't.
But when we were in college, and I remember this, so this was one of those standout times where I had a feeling and it stuck with me, or just remembering that time stuck with me.
I don't want to give you age, but that.
It doesn't matter. You can give my age.
30 years ago.
Well, no damn 30. We were in college. Well, no damn 30 years ago.
College in 95.
You were in college in 95.
2000.
I was in college in 96.
Like 29 years. Okay, 96. So
it was not, no.
It's 20-something years. Over 25 years.
Rashawn.
Do the math. What's the math? 96. 2006.
But it wasn't freshman year. We were together for a second. So it might have been like junior year.
Still like
in
25
college.
years, but go ahead.
It wasn't 30 years.
Okay, it wasn't 30.
Anyway, older.
But goody.
Better.
Okay.
We were in college and we went through this drought where I felt like I couldn't squeeze a compliment out of this boy. It didn't matter what I put on, how I looked, and it bothered me to the point where this one thing happened. I spent a lot of time getting ready. Were we going out together? We were not going out together. I was going out.
Hold on. That's not. Can you fix the side of her hair right there on the right side? You see?
No, it's okay.
You got shit. Is it down on the side? He said, I'm not coming over there and do that.
I don't care. It's fine.
Is it fine, Benz? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
I make sure my baby look good.
Thank you.
That's not a way. This car was going to say, calm it down. Okay.
I was going out with my best friend at the time, Yolanda. And I was going to leave the house and go and pick her up. And we were going somewhere. And I spent a lot of time getting ready. I washed my hair, flat ironed my hair, did my makeup. I put on a little charcoal gray tube top. It had a khaki design on it. And then these khaki, really tight capri shorts. And I was thicker then. And then these nice heels. And I had a matching Coach bag at the time. And I felt like $1,000,000. And you were sitting on the couch downstairs. And I came downstairs, and in my townhouse at the time, you had a set of stairs, and then there was a platform, and then the stairs changed direction. It was maybe 3 or 4 more stairs. And he was sitting on the couch where he had perfect view of me. And I came down the stairs, and I stood on the platform, and I deliberately waited for him to look up. He looked up and he looked back down and was like, oh, so you going out with Yolanda? You leaving now? And I was like, and I'm going to tell you what I really thought. Specifically, like, damn, I can't even get a bitch you look good. Like, that's how I felt. And I remember crossing his path and walking out the door and not saying anything. I went to pick up Yolanda, and as soon as she got in the car, I said, I'm breaking up with Rashawn. This was one of the many times that I tried to break up with you that you didn't let it happen. And she was like, why? I said, and this is how I felt. I'm like, I go out to the clubs, I go to the mall, I go to campus events at my school, I go to campus events at his school, and I get nothing but compliments. Dudes are kicking it to me right and left. And my own boyfriend who has me, who I am devoted to and loyal to and who I adore, I can't even get a bitch you look nice. It's over. It is over because I felt underappreciated and undervalued. And I felt as though he did not deserve me. All it would have taken was a bitch you look nice. And I couldn't even because it's a moment in time where I related to that. So she convinced me. I came back. I spoke to you. We had a little argument. I broke up with you. I held to it. After that, she called me, talked me off the ledge. We weren't broken up, but we were, in the midst of arguing about it. You came back to me. Do you remember this at all?
I don't.
Okay. Do you have any recollection what you might have said?
Nope.
Do you remember how you felt at the time?
I barely remember what happened 2 years ago. You talk about 25.
Okay. So
But it had to be good.
He told me that the reason was because he felt that because I did receive a certain amount of attention, he didn't want to add to that attention to make my head big. So he felt.
What's laughing for, Benz?
Because she could probably see. She could probably see. You felt as though if I was receiving this amount of attention and you gave me the bare minimum, that it would kind of balance it out, and that you told me that you didn't want to make it seem as though you thought that you were lucky to be with me. So basically, in a word, he was trying to humble me. He was trying to humble me. Meanwhile, don't get me wrong, there was no humbling. Like, there was no inflated ego. There was nothing like that whatsoever. But it was, he weaponized the holding back of compliments. And I felt like it was a weapon. You know what I mean? So that could be another reason. A person can be deliberately trying to hurt somebody by withholding compliments. Do you know what I mean? But you aren't like that anymore. You my sweet little baby. We talked about it. You learned how much it bothered me, and then you resumed regularly scheduled programming, like what you did before.
That's right.
Thank you. But so there was that. So I just wanted to share that because I do relate to that, and I know how she feels. But then to double down and you're telling your boys that someone else looks good, it makes you feel like, oh, so you're not blind. Like, oh, so you do have these feelings. Your senses do go up when you see something nice, but you're just not seeing something nice over here, apparently, because you can tell them, but you can't tell me.
Right.
So then as a woman, your mind is going to wander. Your mind is going to go elsewhere. Your mind is going to say, so wait, I wouldn't have expected to see that text. Is there something else that might happen that I wouldn't expect? Might he take it a step further? And how disrespectful is that? Do you think that it's disrespectful to talk about other women in a group chat, in a male group chat?
Without your wife in it?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Especially in this situation where he's saying somebody looks good and can't even compliment his wife. Absolutely, positively. But now let me ask you. So what is the solution to it though? Right? Because she's already disrespected. I wonder how she found out about it. She already feels disrespected. She already feels like her man does not appreciate her, care for her, or even, think that she's sexy. But he's in the group chat saying all these other bitches are sexy.
Oh, but I think you're forgetting like the last part of the email. He's kind of doubling down on it because with him already making her feel as though she's not attractive, he's also not able to perform.
Correct.
He also has ED or is completely impotent or something of that nature.
Correct.
So S. said it's a medical issue, but she may be questioning, damn, are you attracted to me enough to even be able to get it up?
So how do you solve that situation, right? Because now if he compliments his wife, she's going to be like, you're only complimenting me because I said it, right? If he starts to try to have sex with her more, she's going to say, you're only having sex with me because I said it. So how do you fix that? Because they're already going to a counselor, she said.
A therapist, right?
She said a counselor.
A counselor?
Yeah, she said a counselor. So how do you fix it? What do you do to fix that? You know, my favorite word is have a conversation and get your thoughts out.
What would that conversation look like? Because you already know me.
Right.
Like, I don't want anything, material thing or emotional thing that doesn't come from an honest place. Do not patronize me. Do not give me a compliment because I'm complaining that you haven't given me a compliment. Don't take me out to dinner because I'm complaining we don't spend enough time together. If you want to take me out to get dinner, I want it to be because you want to spend that time with me. So sometimes, and I wouldn't say that this is a good solution. I can only talk about what I would do or how I would intake that information. It would be all bad. I don't know if I have anything positive to say. It's bad because if he starts complimenting her, it's going to be a problem.
Well, this is the thing though. But like, and I'm not saying that this is an answer or the reason why, but there is probably some reason of why. But the only thing that bothers me is him complimenting other women, right? Because he could be like,
the reason is that because he takes her for granted.
Correct. But he could be like, I'm stressed out. I have so much going on right now. My dick's not working. You know, I can't have sex. This is from their email and all this other stuff. And because of that, I'm stressed out. And because I'm stressed out, it doesn't put me in that mind.
Come on, the fly is back.
Yeah, no, the fly came back.
Don't they have a life cycle? Shouldn't that thing be dead now since like 2 weeks ago?
I have no idea. But, you know, that could be part of it. But the problem is...
Hold on, he doesn't... In a nutshell, he doesn't compliment her because his member doesn't work?
No, because he doesn't think about it. He could be stressed out and is not thinking correctly. Like sometimes when people are stressed out, they think differently. Like they don't think. Like when I'm stressed out, my mind is only focused on to what is stressing me out, whatever that stressor may be. And I'm not thinking about anything else. I could be a little grumpy. I could be a little nasty because so many different things are on my mind.
So a period of a year, if I look nice, you can't say, hey, you look nice?
So he's taking it for granted and probably not even thinking about it because he's thinking about himself. But the problem that occurs is when he's saying, oh, I got there's bad bitches that work here. Because he's looking at those other women differently. Now, if he didn't say anything in the chat like that, then I could be, maybe that was the problem. So I think they should have a conversation and tell him how she feels. Because how would he feel if she was like, yo, there's mad bad niggas in here, or there's cuties in here, or there's mad dick prints in here? Like, how would she feel? You know, how would he feel? You know what I mean? So I think that's one of those things where she should bring up to the counselor, have those conversations, and see where they go from there.
I think that she needs to get to the root of why it is that he doesn't compliment her. I brought it up directly to you all those years ago, and you gave me a reason that jived with who you are. When you gave me that reason, I thought to myself, I can see him having this rationale. It made sense. It wasn't good. It wasn't okay, but I got it. And I understood why you did it. And I knew that it wasn't because I wasn't deserving of a compliment here or there. So if she has this conversation with him and gets to the root of why he neglects to compliment her, then maybe that can help her determine what the next step for her is. If it's something that's reasonable or that she can understand, then I think that maybe she can get past it. I still wouldn't feel good about him speaking about other women in that way in a group chat, because we all know, men and women, we all know that our partner has eyes. But when I look at my husband, I don't want to think about him looking at other women like that, even if he does. And I'm sure that he doesn't want to look at me thinking about me looking at other men that way. I don't want to ever put that energy out there. Like, even when I deal with my friends, I'm never the person to be like, I'm never going to be out with them and be like, oh, look at that cutie right there. Or, oh my God, look how tall he is. Oh, look how nice his teeth are. Oh, look at his body. Like, damn. I don't even do that amongst my friends, because what I put forth when it comes to my friends is my man is superior to everybody, to everything. Like, he's up here. Like, nobody comes close. I don't even look at other people. And I really don't. So somebody walking in looking like Superman, I don't even care. My eyes don't wander, because that's the energy that I put out in my friendships. I remember a really long time ago, maybe 8, 9 years ago, I went out with a group of girls, and 2 of the girls were my friends, and they were going out with a bunch of other girls that they knew, and they invited me along to this lunch. And one of the girls came, and she was there, and everybody's talking. Everybody else knows each other. I'm kind of like the new person to the group. And we got to talking about like our men. You know, everybody started talking about our relationships and whatnot. And this one girl volunteered that her man had a really small member. Mm-hmm. And I was shocked. And I was thinking to myself, like, damn, what did he do to her to make her hate him that much? Mm-hmm. Like, she must really hate her man. Because you're sharing this, and it was a big group of girls. It had to have been about like 10, 11, 12 of us. It was a big luncheon that was had. And I remember thinking, like, damn, like, why would you share that information? So then I waited for the appropriate time, and I started asking questions, because I wanted to know, like, damn, do you hate this man? And everything that she said about him was decent. Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't feel any hate. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, like, you would volunteer this embarrassing material on your husband to at least one girl that you don't know. And I thought that it was foul. And I'm like, why would you ever down talk? Like, I don't care what I'm going through. I would never down talk my husband to other women, you know? Now, if I have a friend that I'm telling them what's going on, like if we had an argument or something, I'm going to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it in a respectful way, you know, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what happened in that argument. As a whole, I adore this guy, you know? So I'm never going to say things that's going to lessen someone's opinion about my man's character. Do you know what I mean? So what he's saying in this group chat, it's embarrassing to his wife. Now, I know that within the context of the group chat, none of the other guys are really thinking about it, but even they shouldn't know that you're looking at other girls like with the attracted eye.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. And I would love to hear from what these people have to say.
It's all about respect.
I agree.
It's about respect.
And it's how you look at your partner. And you shouldn't.
And sometimes it has to be intentional.
That's right.
It has to be intentional respect, you know?
That's right. We'd love to hear from you guys. And you could email us, leave comments, of course, thekcrew@gmail.com. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. And if you have an email, you want us to talk about your email, theekcrew@gmail.com. All right. Now, like we said, we appreciate you guys for supporting the Halloween videos and pictures and all that stuff. And you can just go to the YouTube page, our YouTube page, and check it out for yourself. And we'd love to hear from you, all right? And we'll see you guys next week. I'm DJ Envy.
And I am Kia Casey.
And that was another edition of the KC Crew.
Toodles.